long time ago. Actually, no. About a minute ago. Actually, more like a minute and 30 seconds ago. On the Laughing Place YouTube channel. Actually, the Laughing Place YouTube channel, Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch. I am wearing my lovely Star Wars shirt. You are
wearing the closest thing I have to a Star Wars shirt.
Hold on, let me really quick fix that.
While he does that, hello everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Disney Trivia Live, the show in which we play Star Wars Disney Trivia. Live. My name is Doobie Kenobi. Drop them gently. My name is.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Perfect. Yes. Straight out. If you too, Etsy.com/laughingplace, you too can have one of these. Just kidding. Just kidding. This is one of a kind. Hello and welcome to. I already did that part. My name is Doobie Kenobi. Joining to my left is R2G2. How you doing today, G?
Wait. Over here. What do you want?
And we are so excited to play.
I'm doing R2D2 sounds.
And I'm doing Chewbacca, right? That was Chewbacca, right? That was Guido. We are going to play some trivia with you. So anyway,
we haven't seen.
My real name is Doobie, co-founder of Laughing Place. This is my son, Gideon.
Hello there.
The third member of our...
Hello there.
Hello there. The third member of our team playing the part of Princess Leia tonight is my lovely wife, Rebecca.
Hello.
And we are so excited for this special edition of Disney Trivia Live, our 98th episode, only 2 away from 100, yet somehow magically 100 will happen on a Saturday. So
either we're going to take a week off or we're going to have a 99A, 99B.
Right, but...
I already have the 100th episode intro, and I'm excited to share it.
Either way, a week from Saturday will be our 100th episode, but we're not there yet. Today is even better. Today is a special edition of Disney Trivia Live. We're doing 3 contests today. 3 contests, if you can believe that, with 2 special guests.
2?
So we're going to have 1 special guest for the first contest, and then our producer has to go to the airport, get on a Star Cruiser, go all the way up to some galaxy and a planet that I don't know the name of, maybe Alderaan or something, pick up someone, bring them back here just in time for episode number 3. So that is the plan. That is the plan. Our special guest for episode 3 is on Alderaan right now. Edith, we missed you last week. I had a special question just for you, and you weren't even there. But
2.
Before we start, that's right, 2. Before we start, you need to know how to play this Disney Trivia Live. So,
Dad, you are my father. So everyone is saying in the chat right now, it's chaos.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, go ahead.
So Gio is nice enough to put some very important comments in Facebook, and there are also some down there in the description. And Gideon was nice enough to create 2 videos that explain how it's done. We're going to play the second one.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Disney Trivia Live. We are getting ready to start our first contest, but before we do, here's how to play. To start, you'll need 2 screens to play. One to watch our live stream, and one to play the trivia game. Now, on a computer, this is easy. Just put the 2 windows side by side, but on other devices, this can be harder. For playing with one person, it can be better to watch the stream on a tablet and play on a phone. But with a lot of people, putting the stream on a TV is good, and having everyone play the trivia game on their phone can work. Speaking of play, we play using something called Kahoot! To play, go to the Kahoot app, or go to Kahoot.it to play. Now we can start the game. Wait a second. One more thing. Do not watch the stream on Facebook. Even though we do stream to it, it has a huge lag time, making it impossible to play the game on it. Now that we took care of that, we can start. Good luck, and remember, if you win, to take a screenshot of your screen and send it to trivia@laughingplace.com. Enjoy the show!
So that's it. Again, if you're on Facebook, look at the comments. Thank you, Gio. Play somewhere else. That's the most important thing.
Did I shoot that before Edith with something else?
30 hours. Are there 30 hours of Star Wars? Really?
Well,
yeah, I guess there are. Okay. There's 10 movies. Yeah, I'm sure there are. Edith wouldn't make. Although that's 30 hours on Down Under. Their whole time is different. She watched it like 3 days ago.
Actually, their seconds last about 4 minutes here.
That's right. So the most important thing, though, is today is a special day. It is Star Wars Day. It is May the 4th be with you. And we have three contests. All three contests were written by our very own Star Wars Mike Celestino. We're very excited. We clap
for him.
Definitely clap for Mike Celestino. We expected Mike Celestino to join us as a special guest today, at least for one of the contests, but unfortunately he was not available. So we dug into our...
He was available. He just didn't want to be on. He wanted to produce.
He was not available. He was not available. Oh, man. So I try to protect you sometimes, but he was not available. So we dug into our magic bag of tricks, and we got another special guest. So let's get ready to bring that special guest on. I'm not sure who it is. Our bag of tricks doesn't have names attached, so this is going to be a surprise to me, just like it is to you. Whoa, is that working? Yeah, sure, why not? All right, cool. So is our special guest available? Wow. We are so excited. Wilford Brimley, ladies and gentlemen, is here for Disney.
Oh, that's a different Star Wars character.
So who do we have here?
I'm Ben.
Old Ben? You're the old Ben I've heard about?
Perhaps, I don't know. Have you heard me by another name?
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan. Well, that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Obi-Wan, you're a little too good at this. I'm worried. So, Obi-Wan, are you aware of what we do here?
I have been informed that there's going to be some Star Wars trivia playing, and I'm very excited to be the guest co-host here on Disney Trivia Live. As you know, I've been spending a lot of time out here in the Tatooine desert, and the Jundland wastes are not to be traveled lightly, so be cautious.
Okay.
This is creepy, Obi-Wan.
We'll have to keep a watch out for sand people.
Yeah. So what have you been doing? You went out here decades ago. What you been doing all this time?
Well, I've been watching over the Owen Law's farm and a young boy whose name I really shouldn't be spreading around the galaxy. It might get the word out to the wrong people. You know, we don't want anyone coming down on Owen and Baru. They're nice folks. We don't want to cause them any trouble.
Don't get too attached, Obi-Wan. I'm sorry to say.
Thank you. I appreciate your help in this matter.
Goodness. Okay, so we're going to play some trivia. Are you familiar with the particular contest we're going to be doing first?
Yes, I have been briefed. As you know, I served as a general in the Clone Wars, so I do know my way around a competition, if you want to call it that. But yes, I am prepared for this. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I am aware that you were a general in the Clone Wars. You can tell by my shirt. I am a huge Star Wars fan, so I am ready for this.
Let's do it.
Obi-Wan, do you ever smile or laugh or anything?
I'm really trying hard not to.
Hey, let's get started. Get yourselves over to Kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. Type in today's PIN, 516-5299. Can you repeat that in basic, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, the numbering system in a galaxy far, far away is very similar to the one that you use there on planet Earth.
Okay, well, it's 516-5299, which, if I'm not mistaken, that was the number in the trash compactor in episode 4, right?
I don't believe so. I'll have to check on that with my young friend.
No.
Sorry. Tatooine disappeared behind me there. Apologies for that.
I think you're using some of those same transport tricks that your pal used in episode 8, right?
Oh my, yes. I'm not sure to which pal you are referring. The hyperspace skipping, is that what you mean?
Yeah, Luke Skywalker in episode 8. I believe he went from the Rock of Gibraltar.
Oh, yes. This is a force technique that I have not quite yet mastered myself, though I like to think that my young apprentice will be able to pick this up on his journeys throughout the galaxy.
And speaking of the Force, unfortunately, Obi-Wan, we are going to have to force you to be smaller when we get to contests, so everyone at home can see the Kahoot thing better.
Nice segue there, man.
That's why I told you not to make it small yet, because I have to make that joke.
Oh, you were ready with that. All right, so we're going to check out some of the names. If you can, are you able to see the screen, Obi-Wan?
Yes, I do.
By the way, do you prefer to go by Obi-Wan or Ben?
You may call me Obi-Wan.
Or Mr. Kenobi, Mr. K.
Ben or Obi-Wan is fine. No problem. I don't have a preference. I don't have an ego. You know, the Jedi way is to be modest and live within our own means and not really seek fame or any kind of power in the galaxy. That's more of the dark side type stuff.
Is your lack of fame seeking the reason why your beard is a little fuller than we're used to seeing?
Well, you know, it's been a long time out here in the desert. Every once in a while, I do try to trim it. Perhaps you saw me after I got my hands on a buzzer.
So we're going to look at some of the names here. If any stick out in your head, yeah, just let us know. We like to look at some fun ones here. Edith Doc Ondar. That's a fun one. Have you visited Doc Ondar?
Oh,
or is that a person?
Oh, Doc yes, on the planet Batu. Yes, I have visited Batu in my journeys. Quite an interesting place if you come there at the right time. There's a lot of interesting dealings going about there.
Dealings? You like to play that card game? What's that called?
Sabak? No, I am not a gambler. I prefer to know the outcome of events before they happen. If you get my drift.
Yes, Gideon.
Edith is a genius because her normal username is Edith Down Under. Edith Doc Under.
Oh, that's very good, Edith. You are a genius. Sea Dog, Skunkman, Germ 66. Grandma, can you say hello to Grandma and Grandpa, please?
Hello to Grandma and Grandpa.
That wasn't nearly as exciting as I expected it to. All right. So we're going to give it just another 30 seconds or so. Baby Yoda's here. Have you met the young one, Baby Yoda? I believe his name is
I have heard rumors of this child, but I have yet to cross paths with him. Yeah, I heard he was present at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, but I never personally met this young one.
I've been lucky enough to meet him. He's a lot different in person than you might see on screen, but I look forward to your meeting him.
As do I, my young friend, yes.
When I first heard his voice, I was very shocked. Baby Yoda's voice.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he's not nearly as proper as you are, Dr. K. All right. Sorry, Mr. K. Mr. K. So we're going to get started. We're going to make you a little bit smaller.
Please, Mr. K was my father.
And we are going to get started. So what is the theme of this first contest, Ben?
I believe I was told this is Star Wars Heroes.
Star Wars, of which you are one. Would you classify yourself as a hero?
I think that was the joke, yes.
I wonder who our guest is for the last contest then. That's kind of scary. All right, let's get started. We always start with the poll. We're going to let you do all the reading today, Mr. Wan, so please.
Okay. Question number poll. Here we go. Who's more foolish? The options are the fool who follows him, or both are equally foolish.
It's lovely to see you in your film debut here. Was it fun working on that movie?
Oh my, yes. That was quite an experience. I'm not really sure what the reality is that we're going for here.
Neither is Scooby.
Was it fun going on those space adventures with those youngsters?
You know, that Han Solo, he's quite the scoundrel. I don't know if he and I would get along on a regular basis. I really had to just kind of grin and bear it with that one.
Excuse me, my screen was not quite right there. All right, so most people seem to think the fool who follows or both are equally foolish. The fool is actually okay, which is good because that's where I tend to fall. So I'm happy to see that.
As am I, yes.
All right, so we're going to go on. Go for it, Mr. Wan.
True or false? R2-D2 appears in all 11 live-action Star Wars feature films. Is that true? A truism or a false-ism?
I love that you've actually watched our show in the past, Mr. Obi. That's wonderful that you get all our
Yes,
lingo.
I'm a big fan. We do have a Wi-Fi, 5G out here in the desert. What do you think those towers are? They're not just moisture evaporators, I'll tell you that much.
I was wondering about that. That's good to know. It looks like the correct answer is false. He doesn't. I thought he did. Where does he not appear, Mr. Obi?
So R2-D2 appears in 10 out of the 11. He does not appear in Solo, A Star Wars Story, nor do I. Obi-Wan Kenobi is not present in that film.
Nor do any audience members, from what I understand. I did not do that well.
That was harsh.
Were you a fan of it?
My friends at Lucasfilm will be hearing about that crack.
Oh.
There's 11?
Yeah, if you count all 11 of them.
Oh yeah, there's 11.
9 plus Star Wars Story plus Rogue
Okay,
One.
for some reason something threw me off. I heard 9, and then there's 2 more, but that's 10.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened.
So it looks
to my
like
math.
David Bott's in first place here, followed by Vice Admiral Holdo, Pad Amy, very good Amy, like that name, Uncle Owensville, well done, and One Little Spark, who is Figment no matter what universe we're in. Let's move along.
Question number 3. Who was C-3PO and R2-D2's last master before Luke Skywalker? Was it Bail Antilles, Ramus Antilles, Wedge Antilles, or Bail Organa?
So are these Antilles you mentioned, are these all 4 real actual Star Wars characters?
These are all people, yes, who exist in the same universe that I do.
Is Antilles a family name? Are they all related?
That's up for debate among people far nerdier than me.
Whoa. I mean, nerdier than you, Obi-Wan. People like Mike Celestino.
Right, correct, yes. He would be one of them, yes.
I think this contest is going to be pretty hard for our players. Look at that result.
Oh man.
Ramus Antilles is the correct answer. Where was that mentioned? Is that mentioned on Tatooine at some point?
That's one of those things you may need to look up on Wikipedia.
Oh, dude. Okay. So it is no surprise that only 3 of the people got it right. That means these people are taking a ride on a what's it called, Rebecca? Dianoga.
I like Tony Betty.
These characters are my weakness. Sort of Antilles heel. How about that one, Obi-Wan? Do you like puns?
Oh my. Yes, very clever, very clever.
Okay, I'm sorry. Skunkman, way to go, Skunkman, up in first place. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of lead changes throughout this one. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. B.
What is Luke Skywalker's first line of dialogue in the original Star Wars film? Was it, "But I was going into Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. It looks like we don't have much of a choice, but I'll remind him. Looks like I'm going nowhere. Or I have a very bad feeling about this. I apologize, I am not an impressionist."
I beg to differ, because when you first came on, I thought you were this person. So, you know this one, Gideon, by any chance?
I'm like, yeah, maybe. I know it's not.
Do you know this one, Obi-Wan?
I believe I do, yes.
Because you were on the planet, you were watching over him at this point, correct?
I was being a bit of a creeper, yes.
I wouldn't use that terminology. You were a protector.
Absolutely. With my macro binoculars looking over the Laws family homestead.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So it looks like we don't have much of a choice, but I'll remind him.
I knew it wasn't the Tashi Station line.
I thought it was. Wow. So what is the setting for this? Do you recall?
This is when Aunt Beru asks Luke to make sure that Uncle Owen gets a droid that speaks Bocce.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now let's make the jump to light speed and go to our next question.
Oh, very well done. But actually, we have a comment from a Justin Smith. If you see Mike, they would like to hire him for the Obi-Wan TV show. Maybe you could play. Maybe Mike Celestino could play a part there.
Thank you, Justin. And you must learn the ways of the Force if you are to come with me to Alderaan.
actually done.
Really? Okay, Skunkman's still in first place. Apparently, this is way too easy for him. Let's go to question number 5, Mr. Kano.
In the novelization of Return of the Jedi, who was revealed to be Owen Law's brother? Was it me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, or Biggs Darklighter?
Biggs Darklighter. That is not a real character name, is it? Well, of course, you can't answer that. But
Yes, Biggs is one of Luke's best friends. As I told you, as I was watching over him, he would hang out with Biggs at Tashi Station.
Did Luke? I'll ask you that on the next question. Obi-Wan, you
That is correct. Yes.
You are Owen's brother, Uncle Owen. Is your brother?
In the original, yes, in the original novelization of Return of the Jedi, Obi-Wan, myself, was Owen Law's brother. Yes.
I feel like that may have gotten changed somewhere later on.
I believe so.
But only you know the truth. David Bott, now in first place. Next question.
Okay. Which of the following was not a member of the Cantina Band, aka Figrindan and the Modal Nodes? Was it Doik, Nats, Ichabel, Gaunt, Lirin Karen, or Kalakdor V?
Dude, come on. So, Obi, you kept an eye on Luke. I'm just curious. Did he have any girlfriends on Tatooine at all?
Oh my, no. He was what we call a loner.
Did you see him after the events that kind of took place on Tatooine and that first? Did you see him do his Corvette summer period?
That was after my time, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's right. You did not fare well in that movie, as I recall. All right.
This one was pretty evenly split.
Tony
It may have been
predicted
too challenging.
a magic question. Tony, not magic.
Should it be a Force question today?
Do you sing, Obi-Wan?
I have not been known to sing for quite a long time, no.
I could try.
Go for it. Well done.
I
Clackdoor.
see Mike C's questions are not very popular in the comments here.
These are some tough questions, Mr. Wan.
It's okay though. We're having fun.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you never know who's going to show up. The winner here will have earned it. This is like as tough as trying to take out a Death Star twice in 3 movies, wouldn't you say? Question number 7.
Or blasting long shots in a T-16.
Which of the following actors auditioned to play Han Solo? You can select all that apply and click submit. Christopher Walken, Robert Redford, Nick Nolte, or Kurt Russell.
Now, we have a question. Justin wants to know how you got your hair so gray from Revenge of the Sith to A New Hope.
I don't know, but you're covering up the answers.
That was a mistake. I never show comments during the questions.
This is a multi-select, by the way, which is why it's 60 seconds. Yes. You must do what you think is right, of course.
Huh?
I forgot what the question was.
But that's a good thing to say. How did your hair go so gray from Revenge of the Sith to A New Hope?
This is the Tatooine sun beating down on an old man such as myself. Everyone but Robert Redford was the answer.
So, do you by any chance do a Christopher Walken auditioning for Han Solo impression?
No, that would be beyond my talents. My abilities merely lie with the Force.
That is
If
a
I
shame.
knew Christopher Walken sounded like I would do it.
Christopher Walken is very distinctive, and that would have been great. Rebecca, do you do a Christopher Walken?
Yeah, no, I
She does not, unfortunately. She does do a mean
You?
Nick Nolte, but we don't have time. So David Bott's now in first place, JJ in second. Amy would like to see Kurt Russell playing Han Solo, and I guess Goldie Hawn would have had to play Princess Leia if that had happened. That would have been fun. All right, Gio, the highest climber, up from 0. Way to go.
Death Star.
One extending lightsaber.
Whoop.
All right, here we go. Question number 8.
What game do Chewbacca and C-3PO play against each other on the Millennium Falcon? Is it Hollow Checkers, Sabacc, Pazak, or Dejarik.
Where'd you go?
So you know these characters well. What would happen if you didn't let the Wookiee win?
I was told that he would rip your arms out of your socket, although I have not witnessed such a thing myself.
That sounds really painful.
It does. Not even the Force can heal that kind of a injury.
And the correct answer is Dejarik. By the way, have you mastered the Force ability to come back, to bring people back alive?
Oh my, no, that would be a dark side ability that we don't want to explore as Jedi. It would mean going down an uncertain path.
I was not aware of that. I'm sorry. I'm not a Star Wars expert. I could use some lessons. David Bott, still in first place. Way to go.
Approximately how old is Chewbacca during the events of A New Hope? Is he 75 years old, 100 years old, 150 years old, or 200 years old?
Can you remind me, are you able to understand Wookiee?
Very little. I've spent some time on Kashyyyk, the Wookiee home planet, but not enough to be fluent. You really have to immerse yourself in that environment.
I have a question. How old can Wookiees live to be?
That is a question that I do not hold the answer to, my friend, my young friend. I'm sorry.
How old are you?
It's a good question.
Fair enough.
I don't blame you. And all the chaos that's been happening recently in your galaxy, I'm sure you've just lost count.
That's a good point. So Chewbacca,
Somewhere between 40 and 90.
Yeah, only about a 40-year margin. You know, it's your age. Actually, no, you're 50. I just said you were young. Ooh.
200 years old is Chewbacca. Who is David Bott? David Bott, speak up in the chat. You are a genius, as is JJ Kenobi. You guys are doing great. As Edith said, whoever wins this absolutely deserves it. And as Amy says, you look great for your age, Obi-Wan. Whatever it is. You could be 7. And you
Thank you, my friend. You've taken your first step into a larger world.
What are you, like a pool toy?
Arrange the following characters in the order in which they go in to the Death Star's garbage chute and click submit. Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Chewbacca.
And this is the aforementioned garbage chute with the same number as our Kahoot pin, right?
It is not.
516-5299.
Apparently, David Bott is recurring guest David Murto.
Yes, you may know him from the Who's the Boss podcast.
Oh, so he is truly a Star Wars expert.
He did not get an advance peek at the questions, if you're wondering that.
Of course
so I
not.
was told.
Of course not. This is one of the this is the scene with the Dianoga. Is that right?
Yes.
That my
That
wife
is
is a
correct,
big
yes.
fan of. That is actually her
There's no
favorite
Dianoga
Star Wars
scene
character
where
is a
this is-
Dianoga.
This is the sequence where I became a Star Wars fan.
Which Dianoga is it? Which Dianoga do you like?
What do you mean?
There's more than one Dianoga.
So
The sequence.
the correct answer is Princess Leia,
Wait,
followed by
no, wait.
Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, and the handsome Solo. Yes,
Ooh, that was good.
as
Only
played.
24% of everyone got that right, which is about the average of this quiz so far.
But that's good for a rearrange. I've had rearranges where only like one person got it right. So
I've had them when no one has.
this is pretty impressive. Well, I've had it where no one has, but that's because I made a mistake.
Oh no, we both have been doing this the whole show together.
So recurring guest David Bott is way out in front, although JJ Kenobi is still within range. So you know what that means, Obi-Wan?
That's no moon. That's a space station.
You really are a pool toy, aren't you? But that's what we're going to do now in between. What? Oh, read.
What actor played Biggs Darklighter in Star Wars? Was it Garrick Hagen, Phil Brown, Alex McCrindle, or Eddie Byrne?
Okay, I'm pulling your string. Let's hear it.
Use the Force, Luke.
Dying and ogres are creepy, according to Ahmed in NYC about 7 times. The correct answer is Garrick. What you said.
Garrick Hagen, I believe.
Biggs. And didn't Biggs make a return in a later film?
Biggs, unfortunately, well, that may spoil a later question, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm sorry. I will just leave it at that. I bet David Bot got. David Bot did not get that right. Lugosi the Wolf is moving up.
No, he didn't move up. He just got it right.
Or be moving up in score.
I mean, yeah.
Are you a big fan of Willow, Obi-Wan?
I love Warwick Davis. He's a good friend. Always a joy to be around. Never puts up a fight when we're choosing karaoke bars.
Question number 12.
Who was the first Red Squadron pilot to die during the Battle of Yavin? Was it Biggs Darklighter, John Brennan, Jack Porkins, or Gavin Dryce?
Joshua, that code for you. It's a little late, but if you can join in.
We still have 2 more contests.
516-5299. That is it in basic. In English, it is 516-5299. And in Arabesh, it is 516-5299. So is Arabesh a spoken language or just a written language?
Basic is what we call the written language. Sorry, excuse me, the spoken language. Arabesh is the written version of that.
It's like a slander libel thing.
Correct. The correct answer was Jack Porkins.
Jack Porkins, who the Porg were named after in a later film, if I'm not mistaken.
Very good. Moss
Obi-Wan.
Eisley Spaceport. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Is it true that in the films you actually had to read these off of cue cards?
I have a very poor memory. I'm an old man. It's been many years by myself in the desert. I apologize to Mr. Lucas.
I'm glad he found you so you could play yourself in the movie. That worked out well.
In what structure on Yavin 4 does the final throne room scene take place? Is it the Masasi Temple, the Boma Monastery, the Tomb of Exar Kun, or the Council of Elders Palace on Yavin 4?
In any normal contest, it would have been, where does this take place? And Yavin 4 would have been one of the choices, but that's just too easy for a Mike Celestino contest.
It's May the 4th. All bets are off.
You guys have the same calendar out there, back there.
Well, we've been in communication with Earth, so you have to do some math.
It's like Celsius, Fahrenheit kind of thing.
I think this is the first question where most people got it right.
So this one was too easy, is what you're saying.
I'll make a note.
Donna has a request.
I keep waiting for him.
I was once a Jedi Knight, same as your father. For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy, before the dark times, before the Empire.
That is
just a fun fact.
Obi-Wan, this will be a good time to say thank you, good night. You can't top that. David Bott's in first place. Sea Dog and Willow Spark have moved on to the board. Penultimate.
He's gonna kill me with laughter.
What is Princess Leia's final line of dialogue in the original Star Wars film? Is it, "I only hope that when the data's analyzed, a weakness can be found. You must use the information in this auto unit to help plan the attack. I knew there was more to you than money," or "May the Force be with you always"?
It must have been wonderful to work with Princess Leia.
Quite a charming young girl, yes.
And fascinating to watch her grow, because she was very young for that first film, and to see her grow into a woman through the years.
Listen, when I'm a Force ghost, I don't go anywhere that I'm not welcome. So don't go make any implications there.
Not the implication I was thinking. Although that takes a lot of Jedi integrity to not take advantage of that situation, Obi-Wan.
Unlimited power comes with unlimited responsibility, to quote my friend Tobey Maguire.
I got this one right.
Yay, Rebecca got her first one right.
I knew there was more to you than money. Yes, that was the correct response.
All right.
After thinking about it, I would have gotten it.
David Bott still in the lead, but not quite a runaway. He could actually lose this, though, because it's only 400 points, 500 points separating them. What does that mean, Obi-Wan?
I believe it is anybody's game.
Thank you, Obi-Wan. Thank you. Final question.
True or false again? A young Jedi named Darth Vader, who was a pupil of mine before he turned to evil, betrayed and murdered your father.
Is that true or false?
Is that a truism or a falsism?
Does it make any difference, like, what canon you believe in to the answer to this question? I feel this is kind of...
This is kind of an opinion based.
Apparently, Mike Celestino...
This question will decide an age-old question. Was Ben Kenobi a liar?
What I told you was true from a certain point of view.
Oh,
The
my...
question was worth 0 points. I just had to do it, you know. You got to play the hits.
Well done, Mr. Mike Celestino. I heard you say I there. I think you meant to say Mike there, but well done. Well done.
Very good.
Obi-Wan, much like Yavin 4, would you like to take the honors at the podium?
I will be glad to read the podium. Thank you.
I tried.
Number 3, Lugosi the Wolf, with 9 out of 14. In second place, JJ Kenobi, nice name, 9 out of 14. In first place, it is David Bott. Well done. All those many hours speaking about Star Wars with Mike really paid off. Good job.
Wow.
Well done,
That
everyone.
That was incredible. Did you have a good time being on with us, Obi-Wan? I know this is unusual.
I would
for you.
say that David is lucky, but in my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Is that a line you said in the movie? Have you worked with smarter people than me, Obi-Wan?
No one ask that.
Thank you very much. Did you have a good time?
You don't need to see his identification. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Okay, so Obi-Wan is
Wow.
stuck.
Not the droid you're looking for.
Obi-Wan is
You're not
stuck.
the droid you're
So we're going to say goodbye to you.
Bye.
On your way out, Obi-Wan, I think Mike C's waiting for you in the green room. Can you let him know the show's over and then he can go ahead and get the guest ready for our third show?
Luke, don't give in to hate. That leads to the dark side.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Everybody,
What did you just witness?
let's thank Obi-Wan
Great General Kenobi.
for not only traveling a long distance,
Can we
but
play the rules video again? I need a moment.
traveling through time to be with us today. That was amazing. And that contest was extremely hard. So congratulations, David Bott, for finishing first on that. That was impressive. So as we said before, we've got 3 contests today. We're going to have a special guest for our third contest, but he has to be picked up at the starport. So we're going to do the second contest with just
I wonder
Gideon
if
and
he's
I.
coming in on Star Tours.
Of course he is. How else would he get here?
Well, I mean,
So-
there's other travel agencies in the galaxy, but it's the number one.
Rex is the
The one
captain.
I always use.
We'll see if he makes it. So in the meantime, we're going to do another contest for you. I'll be reading this one along with Gideon, and then Rebecca. If we determine I don't know how to pronounce anything. So let's get started. Get yourself to Kahoot.it,
boy. I'm
Kahoot.it,
wicked.
and let's type in that PIN number, which is 7757633. And we're just going to whip through this one because we cannot wait to get back to a special guest.
I am going to go ahead and take out this bad boy.
Nice. Careful with that bad boy, by the way. Those things are real. Yes. Thank you. Broken Jeremiah, yes, Dole Whips are amazing. Amazing.
My dad thinks they're incredible. I think they're overrated.
I used to think they're overrated. Then I had one.
I had one though.
Pirate Brittany's here. David Bot 2.0. Uh-oh. David Bot is going for the turkey today. The triple. So Geo
Again.
Geo actually went back to every single contest we had to try to figure out, to get the winners in every contest and get the streaks. And apparently we've had multiple people get triples. No one has ever gotten a Grand Slam. So, David, if you win all three today, you have to come back on Saturday just so you can be the first person to get a Grand Slam.
Come on.
But it won't be Star Wars.
We can just give them a Star Wars quiz, you know.
That's true. If you win all three, we'll do a Star Wars quiz on Saturday just so you can.
You mean all four?
3 today.
Yeah. Oh, hello there. It's me.
It's me's here. James Dean is here.
Tiana.
R2D2, Figment 3PO, very clever. Juba Fett, Maftiana, 12 parsecs, which is a unit of distance, not time. Padawan, Sadness, R2JJ2, Grandma, Grandpa, hello. Sea Dog Bongo, bunch of other people. Patty me.
999 hunt.
Give it just a few more seconds, and we will get started.
Holdo.
Once again, you want to stay tuned through this entire contest because coming up in contest number 3 is another special guest. So for the Heroes contest, we had Obi-Wan Kenobi.
One of them is pure.
And then our last contest is a Villains contest.
Uh-oh.
I don't know who's coming. All of these are a surprise to me, but I have a feeling I should be scared. All right, let's go right now. Could be Darth Vader. Could be Jabba the Hutt.
No, that'd be something.
Who it could be.
All right.
What if it's Kion?
Let's get started.
What's his name? Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Star Wars, written by Mike Celestino. Very talented guy. The poll question is, bounty hunters, do we need their scum? Yes, sir. No, sir. We only need Dog the Bounty Hunter scum, or what's a bounty hunter? Mike Celestino used all his energy for the questions and phoned in the polls. Just kidding, Mike. This is very funny.
Oh.
This is very funny. I think we need bounty hunters, particularly dogs, so I'm going to go with the yellow on this. How about you?
I don't even understand this.
You don't know who Dog the Bounty Hunter is? Do we need bounty hunters?
I'm so
Do you know what a bounty hunter does?
they get stuff for money.
You don't know what a bounty hunter does.
What do they do?
They are the people, like if someone jumps bail, you go to jail, and then you go get out on bail for your trial, but you don't show up for your trial, they send a bounty hunter to go find you. They put a bounty on you.
Okay.
So if they find you, they get a percentage of the money that was on bail.
Okay.
And Dog is a particularly well-known bounty hunter. I believe in the hierarchy of bounty hunters, we have Dog, Boba Fett.
Is Mandalorian a bounty hunter?
And then the Mandalorian, yes. Edith says, I really don't see how Kenobi can be topped, and yet he will be. Skunkman's favorite character is Max Rebo. Isn't that just like the guy who used to do, no, that was Max Headroom, my mistake. All right. Yes, sir, is the poll answer. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Name this Star Wars bounty hunter. This is one of those.
Reveal.
Is this Forlum, Bosk, Dengar, or Zukas?
That thing is terrifying.
Oh, I know this one. Hint, hint. Mike's favorite character.
Who is it?
Or is it the Sleestack from Land of the Lost?
Okay, hold on. I have a thing. Who is it? I should ask. Who's the boss?
Who's the boss? Everybody knew that one, although he does look just like a Sleestack. Thank you, Mike, for making it easier one for the ones I get to do. Gen 1 Kenobi's in first place. Edith in second place from Down Under. Gia1. Yeah, let me just keep going.
Exactly.
Question number 3. It's one of those. Name this Star Wars bounty hunter. Is this Amanaman, Cad Bane, Dengar, or Snoova?
Snoova.
Oh, this looks like one of the Oompa Loompas in the remake of Willy Wonka. Was it the same actor?
To me, it looks like Aladdin. I don't know why.
Is this from a movie? Which one?
Where else would it be from?
I think Mike drew this. This is Dengar.
I can tell if it's offensive to Mike or not.
Dengar. Doc Dengar. That's who that is. David Bot back in his familiar place in first place. Geo, Uncle Owenville.
Wait, no, Mike didn't get a triple in a row.
Yeah, he did.
No, he only got 2.
No,
We went to the 3rd, and then he
Yeah,
got it wrong.
you got triple.
Really?
You did. Hey, surprise! Is
Picture
this
reveal!
Din Djarin, Embo, Asajj Ventress, I have a brother named Ventress, or Zam Wessel?
Embo sounds like a song you would hear in Kobujo Safari.
Zam Wessel, I believe that's from Star Wars, as uttered by Chekhov.
when they're out at Alameda,
Yes.
they're looking for the nuclear weapon.
The nuclear Zam Wessel.
I have no idea what you guys are saying. I'm just assuming it's funny.
Oh, it is Zam Wessel. Congratulations, Chekhov. And you can tell because I was hoping there was a gun in the picture. I was going to have Chekhov's gun. But, that would have been. Hey, we just had this guy in our show.
Oh yeah, we
Right?
did.
That's Obi-Wan,
Well,
right?
we had the old version.
He's much better looking in person than this Ewan McGregor guy. Anytime. Zam Wessel was the correct
That
answer.
if you would move Wagner watching right now.
It's David Bott in first place. No, we missed that one. Gio, who struggled in the last contest, one of our regulars, way up in first place.
10 players have just hit a 3. You know what that means, Dad?
They are in the midst of the lava planet.
It's always on fire. No, you're thinking of people took a ride on. Or highest climber. Yodley.
What species is Greedo? Is
Yes,
he
I know
a
this.
Rhodian, an Ithorian, a Sulustan, or a Gran Torino? No, a Gran. Guido, get off my lawn.
Or is he a car?
Gran Torino. The CGI,
His
by the
friend
way,
is
in
voiced by
1977, not that impressive.
That's not CGI.
Oh, it's not? How'd they do it then? Makeup? That's really impressive. He is a Rhodian. How do you pronounce that? Rhodian?
Rhodian, yes.
Rhodian.
Rhodian.
I used to shop on Rhodian Drive in Beverly Hills back in the day. Geo in first place. Boba Skunk Man in second.
Back in the day, so that's like
Careful. In The Mandalorian, I know that one. Who is the agent of the Bounty Hunters Guild working on the planet Navarro? Is that Dash Rendar, Prado Tordian, Grief Karga, or Werner Herzog, who former manager of the St. Louis Cardinals, in addition to being on The Mandalorian. And here is his picture. He looks a lot like Apollo Creed.
To me, he looks like Billy D. Williams.
No, he's Apollo Creed. Unfortunately, he died in Rocky IV at the hands of Drago. See, that's a franchise. Tell out there, which is a better franchise, Star Wars or Rocky? That's a question. Grief Karga is the answer. Good Grief Karga. And with that, Geo's in first place.
Yeah, stuck on there though. Almost gonna win this thing.
Edith from Down Under is now in second place. Question number 7, which is basic for 7. Who is the main character of Marvel's Star Wars Bounty Hunters comic book? Yes, comic book. Is it Dirge, Bylart Valance, Jango Fett, or Black Cursantine?
Just press the skip button. We're going so fast through this.
I know, I gotta slow down, make sure Mike can return from the airport in time. Is this the character here? This is hard stuff. I know it's not Jango Fett because I know who Jango Fett is. It could be anybody else. Remember when Billard Valance did the push-ups at the Oscars?
The guy in the middle looks like the Terminator.
Rebecca remembers. You guys see, so no one said Star Wars, so apparently Rocky is the better franchise.
No one said Rocky.
The better.
Everywhere in LA takes
20 minutes. That's true. That is very true.
That is
Oops.
not the right
Oh, I
one.
think that was Jack Palance. You could be right. It's not often Rebecca gives us that signal. It is the opposite of our signal that we normally get. Question. Oh, let's
We
check
can
out.
just wait on this
Whoa.
scoreboard forever.
One Little Spark is in first place. David Bot 2 coming back, only a few points behind. You know what that means, Gideon?
What does it mean?
It is, or in the words of one of our favorite Star Wars characters, it is,
What?
or it is, beep, 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 beep.
Wait, was that first one Chewbacca?
The first one was Chewbacca. Yes.
Okay. It was.
Justin Smith has my back. Rocky nominated for Best Picture. Star Wars. Never nominated for Best Picture.
But did it win it?
It doesn't matter. It was nominated. Besides me and Rebecca, who else got the Jack Palance reference? Apparently Bethany did. Yep. Thank you guys for getting that, by the way.
Oh, Amy says it's Star Wars. I mean, it's tied.
Okay, but Justin said Rocky, so that means Rocky's winning.
What?
Question number 8.
What?
The Star Wars Bounty Hunter video game was released in what year? Was it 1997, the Double year 2002, the Double year 2002, 2007, or 2012 when it all came to an end? Oh, wait. Justin said Star Wars got nominated, but it didn't win. Rocky won. Rocky won Best Picture? Deservedly so, by the way.
When did Rocky come out?
In the mid-70s. I prefer, though, Rocky 3 with Clubber Lang and Hulk Hogan, Thunderlips.
Isn't your favorite movie Die Hard?
Yes. Best movie of all time.
Rocky was released in 76.
Or was it
I was
Jurassic
right.
Park?
It's close. Jurassic Park has a chance to pass it before I pass on. The correct
Really?
answer.
How?
Just if you,
Why?
your mind can change over time as I get more mature.
I love how you just go, it's probably going to change.
No, it has a chance to change. 2002 is the correct answer for Star Wars Bounty Hunter video game, starring. Is this Boba Fett? Jango Fett. Yeah, I knew that.
Wait, it's Jango.
Justin wants to know, where is the Annie Hall theme quiz? It's not Jango Fett.
No, I said Jango Fett, and then immediately after I realized it's Jango Fett, not the little Topple Tower game.
Annie Hall, is that a Disney movie now? Because if it is, I think we can find someone to do an Annie Hall quiz. We should do back-to-back Annie Hall in Oklahoma. Lose our entire audience. Oh, David Bott dropped on that one. One little spark up at the front. Favorite line from the Rocky movies was "Mr. T, I pity the fool." Mr. T was the actor, not the character. The character was Clubber Lang, and I don't think he said that line. So maybe he did. I could be wrong. Question number 9. IG-11 is voiced by what New Zealand-born celebrity? Don't get confused like I did. Was it Taiki Waititi? Oh, no. I'm really confused. Jermaine Clement, Brett McKenzie, or Rise Darby? IG-11. Oh, this is the one from Mandalorian. Okay. I was thinking, who am I thinking of?
IG-88.
Probably. Was that the one? Who voiced it?
I don't know. By the way, he did say I pity the fool as Clubber Lang.
Correction. Clubber Lang, as played by Mr. T in Rocky 3, did say, I pity the fool. In fact, let me recreate it.
He said, no, I don't hate Balboa. I pity
No,
the fool.
I remember that line. No, I don't hate Balboa. I pity the fool. I pity the fool. I pity his wife. I pity his kid. Because when I get in the ring with him, I'm going to knock him out and I'm going to eat his heart. No, that was Mike Tyson. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, I kind of. Taika Waititi is the correct
This show
answer.
is now R-rated.
How are we doing? Have I stretched it enough? Are we doing okay?
You're doing better.
Okay, one little
You
spark.
can just keep going fast until the title scoreboard and just wait.
One little spark is now in first place, as is Rocky, as the better franchise than Star Wars. 10. Question 10. What animal does the skull insignia on Boba Fett's shoulder armor represent? Does it represent the bantha, the tauntaun, the wampa, or the mythosaur? Bantha would be the elephant-like creature. Tauntaun is the horsey creature. A wampa. What's a wampa?
The Yeti creature.
The Yeti creature. And the mythosaur
I
is
have
just
no idea.
in your mind.
It sounds like a dinosaur that's fake.
Yeah.
Like
it's a
it
mythosaur.
sounds like has a horn with a giant neck and sharp
And
teeth,
little bitty arms.
itty bitty arms, and it walks on 4 feet.
Apparently, it's the answer, by the way.
I think I compare it more to a mammoth.
Then I thought that's what a bantha was.
Bantha's but yes, but I mean just as far as the skull, the skeleton skull
Okay.
looks more like the
Tony, you like my last monologue better? Oh, yeah, you can't handle the truth. I like that one better, too. One little spark, still in first place. Uncle Owen, whose days are numbered, is just behind. A whopper on Tatooine is called a wampa. I don't believe that's true. I could be wrong, but I don't believe that's true. It's made of wampa.
Ugh.
Question number 11. What prequel era bounty hunter was later killed off screen by Tobias Beckett? Was it Cad Bane, Embo, Aura Singh, Dirge, or Woody the Bartender?
During this question, I will be the Cantina Man. You gotta take the bar drinks.
Oh, not just any bar drink.
Non-alcoholic.
This is a raspberry hint, like almost every other hint. Lovely tasting.
It's just flavored water. No sugar.
There's only two.
No added ingredients.
There's only 2 hint waters I don't like, and my wife loves them both. So there is no such thing as a bad hint water. I never do a show without them.
Really, what are the 2 flavors?
Apple and the other one.
Mint.
Mint. Oh, mint. And that's just because I don't do mint. Yes, Skunk Man, there's most definitely going to be a third quiz with our special guest.
Who is it?
Popcorn or churro, Coach or Woody? Boy, that is a tough one. I didn't think anyone could top Coach, but Woody topped him. It's painful to say, but Woody topped him. Any sugar substitute says no, absolutely not. It's 0 calories, pure water with just a hint of flavor, but no sugar substitutes, none whatsoever.
That's how it gets the name. I'm assuming. Hint.
So good.
Hint water. Buy it now
So
wherever
good.
you buy water. I'm
Not
assuming.
cheap. Please give me a sponsorship. All right, here we go.
And yet he still gets like 17 boxes an hour.
Amy's not a fan of mint either, so don't get the mint ones. One Little Spark in first place, Uncle Owensville in second. It is so close. Third place is close too. This is kind of exciting.
My biggest problem with the hint.
Oops, sorry. Question number 12. Which 2 bounty hunters famously had their names swapped in the original Kenner Star Wars action figure line? Dengar and Bosk, Greedo and Tito, Amamananan and Ifatman, or Zukas and Forlome. By coincidence, Greedo and Tito, Michael and Tito had their names swapped in the Michael Jackson action figure line. So
here's something I want to say. I love how it's famously.
Yeah, in some people's worlds.
And then the other thing is
that is a good point.
Yes. Yes. Cliff.
More people got it wrong, and it's somehow famous.
Good point, Justin. Cliff Clavin, also in Star Wars. He plays a mission control guy in Star Wars 1, right? Am I right about that?
Star Wars 1?
4.
I have no idea.
So he was in Phantom Menace?
No, I meant New Hope. Was it New Hope? Somebody help me out. Okay. The correct answer is Zukas and Forlome. Wow, hard to believe people switch those two. They're so famous.
Well, you know either of those.
Oh, Uncle Owenville got that one right.
I realized
the
it's the trio.
Oh, Empire Strikes Back.
It's the trio.
Oh, Justin Smith said he was Major Bren Derlin in Empire.
Thank you, Justin.
Which is why he is the highest grossing actor of all time when you consider every Pixar movie plus Empire Strikes Back.
Wait, every Pixar movie?
Yeah, he's in
We're
almost
talking about
every-
Ratzenberger, Gideon.
Cliff Clavin was John
He was
Ratzenberger.
Cliff Clavin on Cheers. That's what he's very famous for.
And
He was in all the Pixar movies.
And then
He's also in
actually, was he in Raya?
Oh, Pixar.
Raya's
Oh,
not Pixar.
never mind. You're doing that thing.
No, I wasn't. I thought Raya really was Pixar.
No, Brian is just.
No, that's-
Sorry, Tony. I wasn't even playing that time.
That must have hurt him bad.
What bounty hunter does Princess Leia cosplay as in Return of the Jedi?
Cosplay.
Is it Shub, Boosh, Uboosh, or Hoobs? I've seen this movie many times. I do not recall them saying any of these 4 names.
There is extended lore.
Only his likeness and soul. That is true, but it counts. So he is a high-grossing actor. You put Cliff Clavin on your movie, you're making mega bucks.
All I can think about now is just a guy like this with like money falling from the sky.
Mega bucks. Correct answer is Boosh. Boosh. Princess Leia cosplayed as Boosh. You heard it here first. Boosh.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was.
Next question.
Next question, because we are done with.
Before next question. Hold on. Bush. Beer.
Hey, 999 is the highest climber. Penultimate. Which species is Bosque? Is Bosque a Trandoshan, a Gand, a Reptilicus, a Sauron, or, as aforementioned, a Sleestack?
Alright. Wait. No. Here's the answer. Green is he a Epcot ride and also in Disney California Adventure. Da 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 da.
Sauron, yes. Tony said he's trying to be more positive in life, so I'm overlooking the Pixar mistake and focusing on his correct pronunciation of Raya. You are welcome. Trandoshan is the correct answer. With that, David Bot looks like.
I can't believe he set you up with that one.
With what?
Nothing.
It looks like David Bot
Raya wrong.
will not be 2 in a row. But look, Raya is the highest climber.
Right.
Final question.
How was I raised to be me?
Double points. You'll have a chance, David Bot. Put these bounty hunters in the order in which they stand on the Star Destroyer Executor's Bridge from left to right. If you get this right, I pity the fool. Boba Fett, IG-88, Dengar, and Bossk.
Oh, yeah, Tony is back to his actual personality.
Put these in the order.
Kyle got the question right, got 0 points. That's confusing.
How weird, Kyle.
Yeah, that is where maybe it took too long.
I was going to say, maybe he took too long to answer.
So drag and drop and hit submit, or maybe Mike made it a 0-point question for some reason. So, David, you have a chance. Ooh, I can see in the green room stuff is stirring. This is very exciting.
Trouble.
This is very exciting. Mike looks very different. Oh, wait. By the way, I would have an answer for this. That would be a guess.
Probably. Here, I'm going to close your eyes after we do the thing. And
I'm not even going to bother.
Attempt!
No.
All I can think of when you say that is like the Bush commercials for Bush beer.
That's all I think of too. Is that Bush beer commercial.
Really?
Because they make the joke about how when you open it, it makes like the sound. So that's like, they say it, Bush.
8% of the people got this right. It is, of course, a given. Dengar, IG-88, Boba Fett, and Bossk going left to right on the Star Destroyer.
If you know who all those people are, maybe you already have an advantage.
So this is very exciting. We could have a change here. Double points and all. Gideon.
In third place with 10 out of 14, we have David Bot 2.0. In second place with 12 out of 14, we have One Little Spark. Meaning in first place with a whopping 13 out of 14, getting all but one question correct, Uncle Owenville.
Yay.
All I can think of is like scented by the blah 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 family. Our runner-ups are Madam Leota and Gio.
Justin asked a weird question. Is the reason? No, that's not it. Is the reason we have 3 quizzes instead of 2 so Mike has enough time to change? No, our first guest was Obi-Wan Kenobi. Maybe you missed it. And then we're not sure who our third guest would be. Mike is responsible for picking up the third guest at the starport, however.
Yes, we drive all the way down to Disneyland and then use their Star Wars terminal.
Thank you, Donna, for that reminder. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it very much. And yes, I'm not sure what you mean, Justin. Yeah.
He's not quite back yet because he had to get special authentication.
Rebecca, do you know if our third guest is ready?
We need like a secret signal.
Well, Rebecca's able to communicate with the green room. All right, our third guest is ready.
Here we are. Let's go.
Our third guest is ready. So
okay, coming to you live. Okay, now everybody, coming to you live from wherever they happen to be, comes our next guest. I don't know yet.
Who do we have joining us today?
Okay, so it looks like...
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh dear!
Young Skywalker.
Goodness me! No, I'm not ready for this. I'm scared. Rebecca, can you host?
Too bad.
I am frightened. Is this really the Dark Lord himself?
Welcome, my young apprentice.
I am not sleeping well tonight. Okay, so we have unhappiness.
Oh no!
Unhappiness. Are you happy that people are afraid of you?
Your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side.
Are you going to hold that hand up the entire show?
Don't make me use my force lightning powers on you. You won't
Okay.
like the results.
Welcome to Disney Trivia Live. Have you been informed of what we are doing here, oh worshipfulness?
Oh yes, I've been told what's going on. Here in Disney Trivia Live, we're doing Star Wars villain trivia.
I also did too. This is chaos.
Your insolence will not be tolerated.
Yeah, I saw this in Phantasm. I think that was The Incredible Melting Man. I, for
I'm
one,
afraid I got part of my face on my robe. I apologize for the unkempt appearance.
I am very, very impressed by your
I'm
look
scared.
here.
I need your hands.
You are scary, and I thank you so much for joining us. Jeremiah has a question. How are Bill and Ted doing?
That's my cousin, the Grim Reaper.
Okay. Are you ready to be?
We lost such many decades ago.
Can you give a quick introduction for yourself for those who might not be familiar?
My name is Emperor Palpatine, and I'm the Grand Ruler of the entire galaxy. You will bow down before me before this evening is through.
Whatever you say, Grand Ruler. We're going to switch over. Get to Kahoot.it. We'll talk some more, but let's get to Kahoot.it. Let people start to get in.
We have to make them small. So let me just go ahead and use my version of Force Lightning, a blue marker.
Except that we don't make them small yet. We don't even.
There.
Oh! Did you do that? Did you do that with your force?
You don't know the powers of the dark side.
Got that right. Okay. You are scaring me so much. I had a question for you, and I forgot it. It's out of my head. So
The show has got above our level.
Because you died at the end of the last movie I saw, but then you died at a different movie too. Do you ever actually die?
Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design.
Everything?
The creation of Laughing Place. And then 20 years later, Disney Trivia Live, where I, Lord Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine, will take control of the Laughing Place audience.
Does this mean Benji, our CEO, is on the dark side?
Puppet like Dooku.
I think we trying to say that this is just when man puts on one of those like masks.
I think the Emperor's trying to figure out how much he values his job right now.
Don't mock me. Your pitiful rebellion will be no match against the power of the Empire.
Personal question. Has rigor mortis set in on that right arm?
It's so I may strike at any moment, and so I don't get any more makeup on my robe.
Yes, you have to wake up in the morning and then make sure that your face looks really scary so you can terrify everyone, but actually not harm anyone.
You're just showing her political side there. Tony is a Slytherin. Are you a Slytherin? Do you know which house you're in?
Yes, Lord Voldemort is a good friend of mine, although the other people don't like to say his name, but the rule doesn't apply to me, to a Dark Lord of the Sith.
Are you familiar with the movie Rocky? Because 999 thinks Rocky can take you out.
I would. The list of people who can take me out is a very short list, my young apprentice.
Who's on it?
I pity the fool. You ready to get started, Mr.
I believe we should. Yes, I believe we should get started. Yes.
What is your full name again? I want to get this right.
If I gave you my full name, you may be spoiling a question to come up later in the course.
Okay, then I will not. We'll just call you Rufus
And
Xavier.
don't look on Wikipedia now that I've given you a hint.
Call me Emperor.
Okay, we'll just call you Emperor. And your favorite movie apparently is Pixar's Emperor's New Groove, according to Geo here. Let's get started. I'm going to make you just a little smaller. Please don't get offended. You foresaw this. You created this. Is this okay with you, Mr. Emperor?
The dark side does not need to be large. It can control minds no matter the size of the wielder.
I just didn't watch this all
That's
day.
a really weird thing to say, Emperor. All right, here we go. Are you ready to do some reading? Can you read?
I believe I can read, yes. I was a senator for crying out loud.
Have you been to America?
This is the poll. You want this, don't you?
Oh.
And the options are yes, please. You're gravely mistaken. I can't read it anymore. I'll never turn to the dark side. You won't convert me as you did my father.
Okay, sorry about that, Mr. Emperor. We have a since we have you here, I have a feeling some people may have some questions that maybe only you can answer. Can you
I'll do my
explain?
best.
Can you explain in simple terms how you are related to Ray?
Oh,
I
no.
get this one all the time. Yes, I created a clone as sort of a fail-safe in case that this pesky Jedi Knight were to destroy me, and I could come back at some later date and take over the galaxy once more. And then that clone got busy, and the rest is history.
All right. I think we have the quote for this episode from Emperor Palpatine. That clone got busy. Well put. Well put. Question number 2/1, Emperor.
Put these Sith Lords in chronological order. Chronological order.
Thought you could read, Mr. Sith.
By which they first came to prominence. Darth Sidious, that's me. Darth Vader. Darth Plagueis. Darth Tyrannus.
So we have a question from our audience. Does Emperor Palpatine know Emperor Zurg?
I'm not familiar with that one. Emperors tend to rule the entire sector on which they're in charge.
Okay.
So he must come from some other part of the galaxy.
And are you a fan of any of these Darths in particular?
Well, have I told you the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No, you haven't.
Remind me next time we're co-mingling.
Okay, thank you. How about Dark Helmet? You like him a lot?
I'm not familiar. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. You guys need to get out more out there. What planet do you live on anyway?
I'm from Naboo originally, and then lived on Coruscant most of the rest of my existence.
Speaking of clones getting busy, Tony Betty, one of our regulars, says he'd like a Star Wars remake of The Making of Me as long as Emperor Palpatine writes it. Does that sound like a good idea for you?
I'm very busy young man. I don't have time to be writing movies.
Wait,
I'm running a galaxy.
You're running galaxies. Not very well from what I've seen, by the way. I don't know if you saw Rise of Skywalker, but it didn't end well for you.
Look, government is difficult, okay?
Quote number 2, Emperor Palpatine, government is difficult.
I didn't take a lot of civics classes, okay?
I believe George Washington said that in Hamilton, dying is easy, governing is hard. Did you see that one?
Oh, dear.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that one, no.
Okay. You might want to check it out on its touring show. Okay, let's go to question number 3.
Name this character who served as Jabba the Hutt's major domo. Is it Attack, Bib Fortuna, Tennis Spijek, or Tessek?
Tessek sounds like when you say test track super fast.
We have Go ahead.
Jabba the Hutt is an interesting character. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but I like his style.
Yeah, I've been mistaken for him once or twice.
Is that what you call a south burn?
I mean, he's used to birds. He has hand lightning.
Touche, he does. Okay, so Bib Fortuna
Okay,
is
he's
who
doing
this
a
is.
hand thing. I'm scared.
Easily the most ugly character in the first movie.
Now you will pay a price for your lack of vision.
Oh. Did that relate to anything, or are you just pulling out lines again?
You know, one man's non sequitur is another man's decree, as I like to say.
I like to challenge you, Emperor. You are always ready. You're very impressive. I was going to say person, but not really.
What are you? Are you a
Sis.
human? Or are you?
All right.
Yes,
we go on.
Senator Palpatine was a human. Who is this Imperial officer who welcomes Darth Vader to the second Death Star? Is that General Veers, Moff Price, Moff Jarjarod, or Admiral Piet?
So we had another question. Is Anakin really your son via midichlorians?
I've heard this rumor myself, yes. It depends who you ask at the Lucasfilm story group.
Don't they ask you?
You would think they would consult me, yes, but I'm not high on their list of welcome visitors over there at the Skywalker Ranch.
I would think in the pantheon of Lucasfilm, it would be like George Lucas, Kathleen Kennedy, Emperor Palpatine.
I'm something of a persona non grata at Lucasfilm, you might say.
This was a tough one. Only 3 people got Moff Jer.
Yes,
Jared
Moff Jarjarod.
Can I say something for a second?
Please.
We are playing a trivia game.
I forgot for a moment.
Fun fact.
One little spark is in David Bott. Are you familiar with David Bott 5000? He's a pretty good player.
Oh, I did see that he won the previous trivia contest.
Yes.
So his knowledge of a galaxy far, far away must exceed the rest of your pitiful viewers here.
Oh, Emperor, I pledge myself to your teachings, Emperor.
Oh, yes. You can report to Coruscant, and I will have my underlings take care of you
Justin
and
is
assign you a uniform.
Okay, let's take 2. Can you see this comment? Take 2. I pledge myself to your teachings, Emperor.
Good. Good. Yes.
Thank you.
Soon your journey to the dark side will be complete.
We'll edit out that first one. Okay. Question number 5. Go for it.
What is the name of Count Dooku's home planet? Is it Coruscant, Geonosis, Onderon, or Sereno?
Can you please utter my favorite line you do? It happened in episode 2. You know it at the beginning of the movie.
I'm not a fan of the prequels, to be honest with you.
Do it.
You'll have to remind me, seriously. I don't know those movies as well.
That's the line. Do it.
Yes. Oh, I'm afraid the deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
Is that you that said that? Right. Sorry. Kyle thinks you almost turned it to the count for a moment.
Ah.
Well,
Hello, today on May 4th we have a new guest, the Count.
Sereno is the correct answer, and Count Dooku's home planet. Did you destroy that one like you did Alderaan?
That one I was more lenient with. They're simply slaves.
Justin with a good point.
Justin, we'll say that point after this question.
Where does the Sarlacc live in Return of the Jedi, the great pit of blank? Is it Anchorhead, Jundland, Carcoon, or Pelgo?
Justin is surprised that you're not a fan of the trilogy where you win.
You know, the way that story was portrayed was inaccurate at best.
Okay. Inaccurate.
They showed the pitiful Jedi with winning battles and having successes in the field. It was more of a clean sweep on my side.
Maybe we can get the Zack Snyder cut at some point where it's done properly, you think? On Disney Plus?
Zack Snyder is a good friend of mine. I will give him a call.
Yeah, I'm sure
On
he would.
the old hollow transmitter.
Carcoon, I believe, is the correct answer. Speaking of carcoons, are you familiar with the Bad Batch that debuted today?
Oh, those Bad Batch. They were a very pesky group of clones in the days just after Order 66. Do you remember Order 66?
I remember Order 626. That was a pretty good movie, but I'm not familiar with Order 66.
Yes, I ordered all my clone troopers to eliminate the Jedi threat.
So
That part of the prequels I do remember.
how did they survive that?
How did who survive? I'm not sure I understand your question.
The Jedi.
Well, not many of them did, my friend.
Enough to
I feel
take
like
you out later.
Turning into Ian McKellen.
Enough to defeat you later, though, Mr. Emperor Palpatine.
Oh my, yes.
I'm feeling pretty bold now. I'm like challenging you. I no longer fear you for some reason.
Your hate has made you powerful. Now fulfill your destiny and take your father's place by my side. Grand Admiral Thrawn is a member of what species? Is it a Chiss species, or Tolan, Quarren, or Togruta?
Order 66 is when you have to read all the books of the Protestant Bible. That's pretty funny, don't you think, Emperor?
I think it's hilarious.
Oh, no, I don't order 66 is what 65 other people order before you at McDonald's.
That's true. Great hamburger and fries.
Orders.
In-N-Out Burger, I had Order 66. I thought it was very ironic.
Do you order yours animal style?
I got a double, protein style. Trying to watch the pounds.
Correct
This
answer.
has been Emperor Palpatine's order at McDonald's.
The correct answer is Chiss. Is the
Oh,
correct
yes. Grand Admiral Thrawn has served me well as a Chiss officer in the Imperial Navy. You know, we don't employ many alien species. I don't care for them.
Yeah, they don't care for you either, I think. Feelings mutual. Uncle Owensville. Are you familiar with Uncle Owen? Did you forestall that as well?
Who is this Uncle Owen of which you speak?
I thought you knew everything, Mr. Emperor, sir.
Everybody has a point.
All knowledge is available to me. I have to clarify this because people get confused. But I have to access it in the same way that you would look things up on Wikipedia, that kind of thing.
Okay, so Empress Palpatine's knowledge base is Wikipedia, is what I just heard there.
What is the name of Jabba the Hutt's sail barge? Is it the Katana, Lady Luck, Archangel, or the Scimitar?
Jabba, a good friend of yours?
Yes, I said before, I do admire the fellow. He has an iron grip on the deserts of Tatooine.
I know there's like a parallel universe in that original film, one with Jabba and one without. Which universe do you prefer?
Oh, I prefer the way things originally transpired. You know, before they were blinking Ewoks. That's kind of silly, I think.
I think your buddy Warm would agree. The correct answer is Katana. Katana. I forgot the sail barge. David Bott is in third place. Did not get that one right. Uncle Owen's in first. Look, 999 is the happiest climber. Can you give us a little highest climber? Can you give us a little bit of Yodel lady?
Yodelay-hee, 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 who won $1.
That was awesome. Thank you, Mr. Palpatine.
Lady Proxima was the leader of what Carelian street gang? Was it the Cloud Riders, the Pike Syndicate, the Unbroken Clan, or the White Worms?
Enzo has a question for you. What do you do on vacation?
I like to visit Batu.
Same thing we do on vacation. So
Also, I would
maybe
just-
we'll see you there.
Well, actually, not recently, but I just want to let Tony know next time you get some trivia, you have some shoes to fill. Okay, so the answer is the white worm. Next question.
Gio with the insult. He said you don't go to the beach to tan. And Kyle with the same thing. How do you feel about that? You gonna take them out?
Oh, this is mostly sunblock. That's why it's rubbing off on my robe.
Okay, we have another one coming up, but let's get to the next question. No one got that right in our top 5, so here we go. Question number 10.
Director Orson Krennic met his untimely demise on what planet? Was it Iadu, Jedha, Scarif, or Wobani?
So I have a question. Do you have Disney Plus?
I'm not aware of this Disney Plus.
Well, that is a shame because Edith wants to know what character you use as your avatar on Disney Plus.
Well, if I had to choose, it would be Donald Duck. He's the one I most relate to.
Yes. Emperor Palpatine loves Donald Duck. There's a meme there. Scarif is the correct answer.
Oh, it's wonderful to see that most people get that one correct. You're not as foolish as I once discovered.
Do you have any more famous lines you can pull out right now?
Let me look at my list. I can feel your anger. I am defenseless. Take your weapon. Strike me down with all of your hatred, and your journey toward the dark side will be complete.
Thank you, Emperor. Okay. Next question, please continue.
Who is the first character killed by Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens? Is it Gam Bel Iblis, Lawsan Tekka, Ulic Quel Drona, or Del Boca Vista?
Del Boca Vista. Really? I did not know that fictional Florida vacation towns made it all the way to Emperor Palpatine. That is beautiful.
He's a good friend of mine as well, Del Boca Vista.
Correct answer is Laura Santeca. I can't believe people are getting this right. This is crazy.
Oh, yes.
You knew that one?
Not as difficult as you would have expected.
It was to me. Tony Betty says, is this real? Are you being real, Tony? All right. Question number 12.
Emperor Palpatine, that's me, clone's son, later known as Rey's father, was killed by what Sith assassin? Fennec Shand, Ochi of Bastoon, Savage Opress, or Rook the Nogri?
Question, what does Darth Plagueis the Wise look like?
It's a well-kept secret among the Sith.
Okay, I'd like you to get another line ready because someone has a request for a full screen of you delivering one of your lines. So let's do that real quick.
And now, young Skywalker, you will die.
We need sound effects in here, like. Kah!
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Ochi of Bestoon was the correct answer. Is he related to Ocho Cinco of the Bengals? Are you aware?
Walk like an Egyptian?
Yes, the Bengals. The football team, the Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals with Susanna Hoffs. You are correct.
This is what happens when you get an emperor from a far-off galaxy onto your trivia show.
Yes.
You have no idea what's going on.
So Uncle Owensville's in first place. After you read this one, we have another question from the audience.
Complete this quote. Give in to your anger. With each passing moment, you make yourself more blank. My servant, in your father's image, powerful with the dark side, or capable of destruction.
So from Edith, down under, has anyone ever mentioned that you look remarkably similar to Chancellor Palpatine? Is there any family
I was
relation?
hideously disfigured in the attack on the Senate, if you recall. That Mace Windu
I like
shot
him.
my lightning powers back at me
He's good with
and
snakes.
turned my face into this horrible visage.
I believe he said, "Get that lightning power off my body," or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
The correct answer was my servant.
I said it.
Is it Mace Windu also good with computer systems at dinosaur theme parks?
I know this one. Yes.
And also, wait, I was gonna say we can get rid of the rope.
You should not know that many Samuel L. Jackson movies, to be honest.
It wasn't that.
In fact, I hope you didn't get my reference. All right. Let's see. I think we're at the penultimate, are we not? Oh, wait.
Here's what it was. One time I saw a video where someone took that scene of Mace Windu, of Palpatine trying to attack Mace Windu. He just took a Kermit puppet and green screened him in and had Kermit say all the lines.
That's
what
awesome.
people do. Why do people do that?
Because they do it. Penultimate.
Which of these following vehicles did the Empire use on the first moon of Endor? Click all that submit. Select all that apply, and click submit. Is it an AT-AT, AT-ST, speeder bike, or a hover tank?
Justin wants to. No, I'm sorry. Enzo wants to know, how will you be celebrating Revenge of the Fifth tomorrow?
It's my day off.
Okay. And Justin wants to know, is there any chance Mace Windu survived?
I certainly hope not. It was a real thorn in my side, that Mace Windu. I hope I never see his face ever again.
I'm sure the feeling's quite mutual.
Answer your question.
It does. The correct answer is AT-AT, AT-ST, speeder bike, no hover tanks. Did you make that up, or did Mike make that up, or is that a real Star Wars vehicle?
Oh, we have hover tanks. You might have seen them on the planet Jedha, but not on Endor, I'm afraid, my young apprentice.
You're a frightening man, Mr. Palpatine.
Right about that.
So there is less than 130 points separating the first and second player. Do you know what we say on this
I
game?
believe it's anybody's game.
Can you back up again and then you went kind of look. I'm trying to figure out, is that like Kermit?
It looks like a Muppet. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you look kind of. Has anyone ever told you resemble a Muppet?
What are these Muppets you speak of?
We'll show you sometime. They're pretty funny.
I could get mine.
Not now. But they're pretty funny. You should check them out in some of your free time. I know you got a lot of
there's
free time.
that part of the promo video for Disney Trivia Live where I just run holding all the Muppet plush.
Yes.
That was fun
I
to
will
clean.
put it on my queue.
You got Netflix up there?
Yes.
Ray, by the way, is the highest climber. You're a fan of hers, right?
Ooh.
Her powers will become mine before this is through.
Well put, Mr. Emperor, sir. Final question.
What is Emperor Palpatine's first name? Is it Crix, Galen, Noah, or Sheev? This is me we're talking about.
So I have a question, Mr. Palpatine man.
Yes. Yes. How can I help you, young man?
What is your opinion of everyone thinking of you as evil?
It's a matter of perspective, I believe. I think I'm doing the right thing in blowing up planets. But others have different opinions. You can't win them all.
I'd like to get a side-by-side of you in the film and you in real life. It's uncanny how similar they are. And I mean that is no joke.
A bad angle.
Can you turn your head a little bit to the left so we can kind of compare your other left? And a bit of a smile.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah. The only difference is, he managed to keep the sunblock off his cape. But other than that, it's
you were using a different brand back then.
I know what it is.
Yes.
before the show, he was very excited. So he threw a little party for his best friends on a Star Destroyer, and he was making a cake, and he fell in the flower.
Fell on the flower. It does look, which is something a Muppet would do, actually.
Probably gone so.
But yeah, you look good. You look good. Okay, so are you ready to read the
Yes.
podium there?
Yes, make it happen. I need to get back to my work.
Make it happen.
Okay.
My first name is Shave, by the way. Number
Oh,
3,
sorry about
one
that.
little spark. In second place, David Bott. And the winner of this pitiful contest is Uncle Owenville. And the runner-ups were Sea Dog and Lugosi. Very well done.
That was not well done.
Good
You,
enough.
you were well done, Mr. Emperor Palpatine. I am so honored to have made your acquaintance.
Why, thank you, my friend. Will you be submitting yourself to the power of the dark side?
Will you personally train me?
Unfortunately, only 2 can there be, as my former acquaintance Master Yoda once said. A master and an apprentice. You
Maybe
would
we
simply
can
be an acolyte.
Maybe we can be the 2 and replace you. You
Okay.
think?
Should that happen, I may challenge you to the death, but just be prepared.
Be prepared!
You saw what Mace Windu did to you. I got some of that in me too.
He's a tech guy.
Oh my, yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Emperor Palpatine. And if you see him in the green room, can you also thank Obi-Wan Kenobi? Thank him. Don't hurt him, please. No lightsaber fights going on.
Okay,
And also, if you see Mike Celestino, give him the biggest thanks of all, both for creating 3 amazing contests and for arranging these incredible guests. Can you do that for us?
So be it.
Thank
Jedi.
you. Goodbye. Is he gone yet?
He is so gone.
Please save me, please.
It's okay, buddy. Wow, what a night.
That's incredible.
What a night. We hope you all enjoyed Obi-Wan Kenobi, Emperor Palpatine, Doobie, Gideon, and Rebecca, and 3
Can we all
very
take a bow? Can we all
difficult. Take a bow. I am
Wait,
bowing before Palpatine. 3.
No, I'm just taking a bow for the stream.
Okay.
Thank you very much for having me.
Very proper. 3 very difficult contests. We appreciate it very much. Just a reminder, this was Quiz 98. Coming up a week from Saturday, somehow, we don't know how yet, will be quiz number 100, a very special quiz for us. So, or not quiz, but show for us. So looking forward to that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Tony Betty would like Mike, Obi-Wan, and Palpatine on screen together for a round of applause. Unfortunately, that is a great idea. I wish I thought of it, but they're all gone already.
Actually,
So
no.
that's not gonna be possible.
They're not good. He's just making that up. If that happens, somebody will likely die.
It's like
They will just take out their lightsabers and go.
yeah. Do you really? And then Mike probably gets caught in the middle. It would not be pretty.
Yeah. One would
Mike knows to take the high ground.
and so Palpatine on the high ground.
Oh, Obi-Wan, come back. I want to ask you about that. How could I forget? How could I forget about the high ground? Thanks so much, everyone. So much fun, as always, to have you guys. Quiz number 100 coming up soon. Can't wait.
I already have the intro for it, and you're gonna love it because it's funny.
But we'll be back on Saturday with number 99A, I suspect, at 7:30 p.m.
And with that, at almost a 2-hour show, I think it's pretty good to fade to black. Roll it!
And